My child, I need you to pause for a moment. Just breathe. I see the heaviness you've been carrying lately. I'm not talking about the kind of tiredness that comes from a long day at work or a sleepless night. I am speaking of that deep, inexplicable weariness that settles into the very marrow of your soul. It's that feeling of wading through fog where even your quietest moments are interrupted by questions that echo loudly in your mind. You have been feeling the pressure of a war you cannot see. You might have found yourself thinking thoughts that don't feel like you, or feeling emotions that seem foreign to your own heart. Sudden waves of anxiety, confusion, or a heavy sense of unworthiness that hits you out of nowhere. I want you to know something important right now. There is a reason for this. You are not losing your mind, and you are not falling apart. You are under attack, not because you are weak, but because of what you carry. There is an enemy, a shadow force, that has been assigned to you. But understand this. This opposition isn't just trying to fight you. It is trying to dim you. It is trying to create a shadow over your mind, whispering doubts about the destiny I sang over you before you took your first breath. Why is the battle so intense right now? Because the enemy seeks to steal the light you carry. He is trying to divert the blessings that are already on their way to your doorstep. But his tactics are more cunning than simply causing pain. I want to reveal a truth to you that has been hidden. The enemy has marked you, not for who you are right now, with all your perceived flaws and struggles. No, he has marked you for who you are becoming. There is a dark strategy at play called the twisted reflection. The enemy has sent a distraction to mirror your brightness, to create a false version of your life. Have you noticed how, just when you are about to step into a breakthrough, a voice whispers that you should wait, that you aren't ready, that you should just gently give up and settle for less? That is the twisted reflection. It is a counterfeit version of your destiny. It is a you without the power, without the light, and without the impact. The enemy wants you to accept this hollow version of yourself so he can take your calling before you ever fulfill it. That is why you've been doubting yourself lately. That is why ideas enter your mind that contradict your nature. It is an attempt to alter your intended path without you even realizing it. But listen to me closely, my precious one. This moment, right here, right now, as you hear these words, is not random. It is not an algorithm or a coincidence. Heaven has been waiting for you to reach this exact hour. Something ancient is poised to unfold in your life. There is a hidden truth that your spirit needs to remember now, before time runs out for this specific revelation. The enemy knows this. He knows you are on the brink of remembering who you truly are, and that terrifies the darkness. You are weary because you are fighting a battle for your legacy. But you must hear this. I always knew this moment would come. I knew you would feel this weight. And I am telling you now, do not look away. Do not accept the shadow as your reality. The weariness is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are threatening the darkness just by existing. The unsealed scroll and the choice of heaven. My child, let's talk about us. In the midst of all this noise and struggle, do you know what I miss the most? I miss our closeness. I miss those moments when we just talked. No agenda, no desperate requests, no checklist of needs. Just you and me. The enemy tries to convince you that I am disappointed in your mistakes, or that I am distant because of your failures. But that is a lie. The thing that worries the enemy isn't your mistakes. It's the possibility that you'll realize you were always meant to belong to me. It's the possibility that you will realize my love for you isn't based on your performance, but on our connection. When you came into existence, I was there for every detail. Your beginning was significant in ways only I could see. And right now, a message has descended from the heavenly realms specifically for you. Within this message lies the blueprint for your future purpose, a plan that has been sealed, concealed, waiting for the precise moment when you would choose to move forward instead of holding back. That day is today. You might ask, why me? Why am I the one chosen for this struggle and this purpose? Let me be clear. You were not selected because you are flawless. You were not chosen because you have a perfect record or because you never stumble. You were chosen because you would not forsake love, even after experiencing deep hurt. Look at your heart. Despite the betrayals, despite the pain, despite the times the world tried to harden you, you kept a softness. You kept trying to love. You kept trying to be good. Do you grasp how rare that is? Do you understand how many other spirits were not granted the opportunity to bear what rests upon you? There are dedicated beings, strong and mighty, who yearn for the duty you carry, but they were informed it was set aside for you. The world is not as it appears, my child. There are hidden truths beneath the surface. And amidst this stands you, selected not for perfection, but for resilience of heart. That is why I declared your name in heaven. That is why a holy resonance filled the skies at the moment of your arrival. And now, I need you to give your full attention to this next part. Draw upon all the resolve left within you. At this very moment, a choice is being determined in heaven. Imagine a courtroom in the unseen realm. A decision is being made. Will the message stay hidden, or will it be entrusted to you fully? Will the resources, the wisdom, and the breakthrough finally be released into your hands? You have very little time before that decision becomes final. The enemy is there, arguing against you. The forces of darkness are shaking heaven with false claims, showing your failures like evidence. They are pointing to your hurts, your doubts, your moments of weakness, shouting, they are not ready. Look at how they fell. But I, in my endless compassion, stand before the heavenly assembly. I look at you, not at your fall, but at your rising. And I declare, let the world observe. If my child accepts the message, let their soul respond. Something new is stirring now. Are you ready for what comes next? I am not ruling from afar. I am right here beside you, watching over your very core. The question isn't whether you are good enough. The question is, will you say yes to me again? Not a yes of perfect action, but a yes of trust. A yes that says, I am tired, I am confused, but I am still here, and I am listening. That is all I need. The moment you decide to trust again, the moment you refuse to let the twisted reflection take your place, the seal breaks. The plan unfolds. And the destiny that the enemy tried so hard to steal becomes an unstoppable river in your life. The restoration of the true self and the divine preparation. My child, I want to show you something difficult now. I want to shine a light on a pain you have carried in secret, the feeling that you have been left behind. For a long time, the adversary has been working to take what was meant for you. He has targeted the recognition you deserved, the opportunities that should have been yours, and the clear paths that suddenly became blocked. That is why you have felt overlooked when you should have been seen. That is why your needs went unanswered while others seemed to step effortlessly into places that were designed for you. You have watched others rise and wondered, did God forget me? Did I miss my turn? But this ends now, my cherished one. I want you to understand that those delays were not a denial of your worth. The enemy stole your attention because he feared what would happen if you actually took your rightful place. But he could only delay you. He could never disqualify you. Your true inner self is being restored. Not long ago, I spoke a word that echoed through the spiritual realms. Rise up. I commanded that everything hiding you must fall away. I commanded that the false self, the one you built to survive, the one that stays quiet to avoid conflict, must step aside so the true self can appear again. It was your name I spoke. Yes, yours. There is a deep feeling in this moment because you are finally receiving this truth. You are not just hearing it in your mind, you are feeling it in your gut. You are starting to remember. You are beginning to awaken. Listen to me, you are not behind schedule. Every moment of silence, every year you felt was wasted, every delay that brought you to tears, none of it was lost. You look at those years as a void. I look at them as a foundation. While you were waiting, I was building something deep within you that the world cannot shake. The difficulties, the breakdowns, the pain, these were not proof that I abandoned you. Think of them as the world straining, like the pains of labor, trying to bring forth something new. And what it is bringing forth is you, not the self others see, the one that shrinks back, hides hurt, or pretends to be strong when wounded. No, I am bringing forth the genuine you, the one who carries my authority, not just thoughts or ideas, the one who can walk into a room and shift the atmosphere without saying a word. That is who you truly are, and that is why there has been so much opposition against you. After everything, do you still trust me? Or has the pain you have known silenced your heart? You might feel that too much time has slipped away. You might look at the gray in your hair or the scars on your heart and think it is too late. Hear this truth from eternity. No time is ever wasted for the one I am preparing. You were being made ready in ways you could not see. The foundation was being laid deep within you so that when you finally rise, you will not fall. And now, that preparation is complete. The time is here. You are ready. I am not asking for a grand performance. I am not asking you to be perfect or to have all the answers. I simply want your agreement. I want your yes once more. Even if that yes is fragile, barely spoken through pain, the unseen world responds powerfully to its honesty. A simple, honest, I believe, from you carries more weight than the loudest shout from someone who does not know me. Because I know who you are. I have not forgotten. You might feel by yourself, but the unseen reality is active on your behalf. Will you step into the truth of who I made you to be? The mission of the Illuminator. You find yourself in a unique space, my child. It is a tender edge where your present reality meets the vastness of what is possible. Not many souls reach this threshold, but you are here. In this quiet pause, I need you to answer a profound question. Will you return to the truth of your origin? Your life was meant for more than just getting by. You were intended to rise. Yet, the world instructed you to lessen yourself. Society taught you to soften your voice so others would feel at ease. They told you to dim your radiance so no one would feel confronted by your light. That was never my desire for you. I purposed for you to carry both strength and stillness, influence and kindness. You were meant to speak with purpose and act with gentleness. You were designed to be a paradox, fierce enough to fight the darkness, yet tender enough to heal a broken heart. Despite this, there were attempts to keep you hidden. They tried to tell you that you were replaceable, that your voice didn't matter, that your struggles disqualified you from helping others. But I never agreed with their judgment. Here is the divine twist. What was meant to hold your spirit captive has become the place where your new life begins. You are what I call an illuminator. Do you know what that means? An illuminator is not someone who has never known darkness. An illuminator is someone who has walked through the darkest valley and refused to let their light go out. The enemy thought your wounds would destroy you. He thought the heartbreak would make you bitter. But instead, those very wounds became gateways. Each time your heart felt broken, it created a crack in the armor, a space for my light to come in, and more importantly, a space for my light to shine out of you. Every sign of difficulty became a place where my truth could be shown anew. An illuminator doesn't just endure difficulty, They cause the shadow to pull back. An illuminator doesn't hide their hurt. They let their challenges reveal my brilliance. You are not defined by the burdens you carry, but by the goodness that flows through you despite those burdens. That is why you feel so tired right now. I know you are exhausted, but let me tell you, this is not physical burnout. It is not a sign of depression or defeat. The fatigue you feel is the sign of something holy being brought forth from your inner being. You are tired because promises held for a long time are now coming to pass. You are tired because your spirit is expanding beyond the containers the world tried to put you in. The separation between the unseen world and yours is now very thin. The identities of those who hold my truths are being brought forward, and yours is among them. It is not a quiet mention, it is a strong declaration. The identity I gave you before you were born was not weak. It was not unsure. It was written in light that cannot be put out. The adversary knows this. He knows you are beginning to see your true self, the reflection of who I made you to be. That true self which you set aside when hope seemed lost. I never forgot it. And now, my child, it is coming alive. You are meant to speak a truth held back until this specific time of great change on the earth. Do not let the unrest you see around you distract you. The world is shaking, yes, but you are the stable ground. You are the lampstand. Shine brightly, my beloved. Let go of your fear. Let go of the need to fit in. Let what remains of your past limitations become the fuel for the beauty I am about to build. The mark of light and the final awakening. My child, your difficult times, the moments you wept in secret, the nights you felt entirely alone, they were not wasted. They were building something strong inside you. And now, I need you to see what the unseen world sees when they look at you. Above where you walk, in the realm you cannot see with your physical eyes, there's a clear mark. It is made of light. This mark tells the spiritual atmosphere, set apart for my purpose, kept safe through trials, known by my nearness. You have carried this mark your entire life, even when you felt invisible to the world. You felt invisible to them, but you were never invisible to me. This sign stays with you. It shines when you speak to me in quiet prayer. It glows when you choose kindness over bitterness. It burns even brighter when you are hurting, but still hold on to hope. You have felt its touch when I am close, haven't you? Think about those moments of gentle warmth that wash over you for no reason. Think about the unexpected tears that spring to your eyes when you hear a certain song or read a truth that resonates with your soul. A quiet trembling you couldn't explain. That feeling is not just emotion. That is this mark making itself known. That is my seal upon your life's calling, pouring out upon you. The enemy tried to make you believe you were rejected, but this mark confirms you are selected. You are not overlooked. You are marked by the very power of my being. And this is a seal that no darkness, no failure, and no opinion of man can ever break. The time of hiding is over. Can you sense the shift? The stillness that seemed to cover your future like a heavy cloth is being pulled back. The ties you didn't even know were holding you, those passed down through your family line, the generational silences, the fears of not being enough, they are breaking one by one. When this truth reaches the deepest part of who you are, your life will shift completely. You will not be able to pretend anymore. You will no longer accept less than what is true. You will not hide yourself away in silence because I have woven your true name into the very fabric of the world. So here's my instruction to you, my beloved one. Do not wait for permission to be who you are. The world will never hand you a permit to shine. They will never tell you it's okay to be great now. You must claim it. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just take the next step. Even if your hands shake a little, even if you aren't sure where the path leads, your willingness to keep going means more than you know. Shine brightly. Shine without apology. Shine with the fierce love that I have placed in your heart. When you lift your head today, not because you have to prove anything, but because you are finally beginning to believe in your own value, something shifts in the universe. You become the answer to prayers you will never know were prayed. And listen closely. Do not keep this light to yourself. If this message has found you, if these words have stirred that ancient memory within your soul, then do not let it end here. You are part of a divine movement. Join yourself to this work. When you share this truth, when you pass this light to another, you are defeating the darkness. You are helping to awaken another illuminator who is currently crying out in despair, waiting for a sign. Be that sign for them. Support this sacred work. Let your voice rise. Let your heart burn. Walk now in the peace that comes from knowing you are seen, known, and fully equipped. The struggle is not the end of your story, it is the birthplace of your glory. I am right here with you. Step forward.